Is it okay to use an anti-comp? My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. Very specifically, she says, is it okay to say that I wrote a not cozy version of the spell shop? And like, first of all, nobody's going to stop you. There's no police here, but there are a couple of things to keep in mind as to why you might not want to do this. But also, again, like this isn't bad. Cozy fantasy is an iteration of fantasy, which is the much larger genre. So you are saying that I wrote something that is not niche. Why can't you just refer to a comp title within the very big, very broad genre that you did write in? This makes me worried that you haven't read enough within your genre, and so you don't know what your comp titles actually are, and you don't know the standards and the expectations that are within the genre you are writing in. Now, this might have just been an example that this person thought of, and it was the first thing that came to mind. So there are times in which, like, an anti comp can be very useful, but it's usually going to be more useful when the thing you are not comping to or like anti comping to is such a huge, mega, ultra blockbuster. And usually, then I'm going to call that part of like a pitch rather than comp titles. And again, I give aggressively conservative advice about comp titles. I think that you should have things that demonstrate people will buy this book when you can have other pieces of media or other things that describe the vibe and the pitch of the book. So I would recommend something like an anti-comp in which you take a very, very, very well-known piece of media and then say like, but it's different. So this would be like Mean Girls, except it's all dads at the golf club. And you've seen other versions of this pitch in which we take like a feel good Christmas movie, but turn it into a murder horror story, right? Like you've seen this pitch work in other settings, but it's usually relying on something that is an overwhelming blockbuster, a thing that everybody knows and they know exactly what to expect from it. And then you flip it on its head, taking something that published last year and is doing very well and is selling very well. And a lot of people within the cozy fantasy space know what this book is. And then being like, aha, I'm taking this niche book, but I'm not the niche thing about it is a little bit confusing. And I'm going to wonder, like, why didn't you just comp to something in your genre and in the space that you are writing in?